Greetings golfers, from Duffer to Driver here, and today we are going to be officially improving our handicap. I'm a 27 handicap, and by the end of this video, I will officially be a 25 handicap. Goes to say this will be a decent round for me, and we started off with an abnormally straight drive off the tee with my driver. You can even see how perplexed my face is when I realize I hit the fairway at over 200 yards. And this puts me right on the right side, making hitting the green treacherous with the looming trees on the right. I get a solid 7-iron strike which sends it over the trees and somehow rolls down the green onto the other side. Now, I don't think I've ever gotten a birdie chance on the first hole at Dorval, and I'm not doing myself any favors by not warming up before the round. We just missed that par and we end up with a bogey. Little do I know how good of a start to this round I'm about to have. I usually shoot around 100 over 18 holes, so when I'm playing 9 holes, I usually shoot around 50. Anything under 50 means I'm playing quite well for my handicap. Bogeys are great scores, and I want to minimize doubles and triples. It's really important on these par 5s then to move the ball along and get to the hole. Now here I'm put in an awkward position as this small tree is directly in the line of fire of where I want to shoot. Because I'm worried about hitting it, I top my shot and send it to the right, bouncing on some tree branches. Lucky for me, I get a great bounce and it knocks the ball next to the fairway. Now this angle worries me because of the bunker in the front and right of the hole. So I choose my 105 club and hope for a clean hit. Turns out I hit it straight and it lands at the back edge of the green. With an incredibly long birdie putt and a slight downhill slope, I really underestimate how much power to use here and only closed the distance by half, ruining my chances at a doable par. We almost missed that bogey putt, but it falls in the last second, keeping this a great start to the round. Now the third hole is the most difficult hole on the course, being very long and narrow with a water hazard always blocking your access to the green. I hit a low and heavy slice by topping the ball and it sends me between the trees that I'm all too familiar with if you've seen my videos. So here I bring out my trusty hybrid to try and bump this in between the trees while closing some distance to the hole. I choke up a little bit on the club, but I top this shot, which ends up working out well for me as it rolls down quite a bit. I put myself in the rough here, but I decide to try and make it over the water anyways, going for a full shot to make sure I carry onto the green. Surprisingly, I get onto the green and stick it, but this is a long putt for par. Another solid bogey, and we start the bogey train. Please leave a comment down below what kind of wildlife you see at your local course. Here we have geese and these elusive flying turkeys. After enjoying the wild birds, I choose the wrong club for this hole. The distance is in between a 9-iron and a pitching wedge for me, so I club up and end up in the bunker behind the green. Now bunker shots are a high handicapper's worst nightmare, as it usually takes me 2 to 3 shots to get out of them. The older couple we were playing with today had a brilliant idea: putt it out of the bunker. The way the bunker is set up, you can see I can just roll it onto the green. And you can see I missed the hole by less than an inch. Let's see that in the replay. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when I put out a new video. follow along with me as I try to become a better golfer and a better putter. We miss this par putt, but I get yet another bogey. Now, at this point, I've gotten to the 5th hole being only 4 over par. My previous best before this round was 5 over par. One of the things I like to do is not keep track of my score while I'm playing. I'm completely oblivious right now that I'm having the best start to a round ever. This drive goes onto an actual fairway, setting me up to continue the momentum.
And he doesn't think I can hit the green from here.
Yeah, you're not gonna hit that.
We'll wait.
I wait for the group to clear, even though Tanya thought I couldn't reach them, so should have shot already. The shot goes right and into the bunker, but the distance was spot on for hitting them, and the green for that matter.
But the distance was good.
Another missed par putt to score another bogey. I wonder if I can bogey every single hole here. Now my driver slice here is going to give me a really big scare. I don't want it to slice into the marsh on the right, but my swing has other ideas. It slices way right over the marsh and lands just onto the other side in the rough. I never thought I would find my ball after the shot, but I was shocked where it was placed.
God, look how much it's sliced.
I'm left with this tricky shot as I need to clear this tree in front of me. I choose a 7-iron for the higher loft, but as you're going to see, I end up topping it, sending it into the top branches of the tree, cutting some distance. I'm honestly surprised it went as far as it did. And we ruin our bogey streak by just missing that last putt, giving our first double of the round. Now here, I choose a 7-iron, hoping to land short of the green and left on the fairway, but I slice this pretty hard, and it ends up hitting the rocks at the edge of the green and falling into the water. I take a penalty stroke and chip it from the penalty area, but obviously I forgot to hit record for that shot. So my chip ends up in the rough in front of the water, so I decide to text this wedge again with mixed results. But at least I get it on the green. Being a high handicap, this long par 5 has always given me problems. It's such a long distance and uphill that a bad shot can really put you behind and mess up your score. This shot doesn't go the furthest, but being on the right side makes the following shot very difficult. The only option I have here is to hit it back onto the fairway. The club head gets too much under the ball in this rough, and we send the shot way too high, leaving a lot of distance to cover still. A great 6-iron shot from the rough here is going to place me just shy of the green. Coming up to my ball here, I decide to leave my pitching wedge in the bag and decide to use my putter again. I'm thinking I should use my putter for every shot off the green now. Seems to be working pretty well. Last drive of the round, and we slice so far right that I'm not even sure this ball will be playable. We find the ball in the rough, surrounded by trees. My only option is to try and punch through back onto the fairway. We hit some branches, but we make it out onto the fairway. Now we have an uphill battle to the green, so I need a solid shot to make it there for a chance of bogey. From here, I actually thought I hit this too far, but it actually stuck on the green and it didn't even roll that much. And we end the round, finally, with a par. Great putt that just snuck in, and a surprise score for this hole considering our tee shot. If we take a look at our final score, we get another 48, which would equate to about a 96 over 18 holes. Now that I've been really getting into the golf groove, I've been consistently shooting under 100, which is why with this round, I've been upgraded to a 25 handicap. This round is also a new record for me, scoring 5 bogeys in a row, which I've never done. I have some place to improve on, mostly consistency and trying to stay out of trouble. But if I can keep my ball in play and prevent myself from losing balls, I think we can get pretty close to breaking 90 very soon. And that's my goal for the end of the season. I want to break 90. Make sure to follow along my journey as we try to break 90 and stay for all the bumps along the way. Thanks for watching. I'm from Duffer to Driver, and I'll see you out on the course.